What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Undiagnosed Baddie, my daily 10-minute podcast where I talk about whatever I want. Now, I'm going to start doing this. I think I said this before a little bit different, but I have a little pad here and I have an idea or topic that I'm going to start with, and it's just going to go, I go wherever my brain takes us. With that being said, I wanted to talk about specifically people wanting professionalism until professionalism walks through the door. Now, you know who said that? My girl Coco. If you don't know who Coco is, go ahead and scroll down on my page to my collabed videos where I interview the psychic medium life architect. I think I'm saying that right. Either way, my girl can read the cards, okay? If you're into spirituality, getting read, reaching out to any of your what is it called? Your ancestors. Reach out to Coco. All right. So your girl's name is Coco Alexa, COCO underscore ALEXA. That's Coco Alexa. So anyway, I decided that I think that I'm gonna go with this format for Undiagnosed Baddie and in the couch for Combo and Co. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm kind of sort of feeling this. I know this isn't the greatest behind me, but we're gonna work something out, okay? And I might, not sure, might edit these a little bit. I know in upcoming episodes I'm gonna have a little something on the screen, and that's only because that's something that I thought of today. I said, how am I going to make sure that I can sustain putting out 365 episodes of one of my ideas. And the goal is to make sure that I can maximize and not burn out, right? So I'm gonna do something a little bit different, but let's get back to the topic at hand. Wanting professionalism until professionalism walks through the door. Now, I have done some of my own events, and this is all part of the learning curve. Contracts are number one. Even if you're bartering services, right? Contracts are the number one thing to go and to have. So let's just say someone reaches out to me for my media strategy and consulting. MDDC, right? And say, hey, this is what I want to do with my brand. Help me execute. So I say, okay. So they say, but I don't have any money. But I want to barter this particular service for your particular service. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. So I come back and I say, well, this is what I'll give you for what you're willing to give me. They say, cool, we write it out, contract done. Even though there's not a monetary exchange, there's still a goods and services exchange. And so you still need to have a contract. Now, when I'm reaching out to people to be on their podcasts, and I am reaching out to people to work with me, do events, this, and that, and say, hey, I need you here for this. Even if I'm not making anything off of it and you are a vendor for me at my event, baby, you have to sign a contract. I have been burned in the past by allowing, what are the people called? The people who work your events, right? Hey, I need this. And they're like, okay, I can do it. And I say, okay, when can I get it back? What's your turnaround time? And they give me the offer. Do you want it rushed or do you want it? Nope, your regular turnaround time. So they give me the turnaround time. Okay. Then they miss their own deadline. And that shit burns me up. I hate feeling like I'm a cold ass bitch when it comes to motherfucking handling business. If you're going to miss your deadline, you already know that you're going to miss your deadline. When you're going to miss your deadline because of whatever you already know that I don't know on the opposite end, still thinking my deadline is, let's just say, the 7th, right? And here we are on the 9th and I still haven't received anything. You knew prior to the 7th. You knew the morning of the 7th. You knew 11:59 on the 6th that I won't gonna have my shit on the 7th. And I have a problem with that because, baby, where's the communication? So instead of, you know, going out and just out here over and over and over again and burning myself basically. Okay, now we have to do contracts, because if I don't have my whatever, my deliverables by the delivered date, right? Then we either have to start getting a refund. And who the fuck has time for small claims, right? But let's do it. Let's just sue everybody. Let's get our money back. But you also, in this industry, don't want to continue to, you don't want to burn bridges, but you also want people to do their fucking job, especially when you let them set the parameters of doing their own job. It gets really, really tricky out here when your contracted vendors, your contracted staff. I don't know why I can't think of the word that I'm looking for, but if you can, put it in the comments. But what I'm saying is, when I give you basically the leeway to do you as an artist, because I know how I like to run my show, and I want artists to be creative and have the relaxation to be able to say, okay, well, if I have to edit 3 reels from this much content or whatever you got, then I need you to be at your best editing the 3 reels. I understand that. I am not a great editor. It takes me a long time to edit. Editing is not my thing. My thing is talking. That's why I have like 1,700 talking channels. That's why I want to do radio, be in the media, do all of the. I realize that I don't have to sit at a desk all day. I realize that I have a good I have an amazing aura. I have a great spirit. I have a way of captivating people's attention and genuinely complimenting them. This is going to sound a little fucked up, but if I don't feel the need to compliment you, I'm not. But that doesn't mean that I'm mean spirited when I see you. That just means you're not going to get a compliment from the kid, right? And going back to the professionalism of it all. So when I walk in and say, "Hey, I know we're bartering, but here's the contract," right? My sticky note, but here's the contract. I need you to respond within X amount of time, right? Everybody usually gets what, 48 hours in the corporate world. But when you get into creativity a little bit, because of fluctuations and things changing, it you try, this is gonna sound very crazy, y'all, you try to give people the grace of 7 to 10 business days because of their popularity or scheduling or whatever it is, right? But that's also why you're supposed to have an assistant of some sort. I don't have that right now, so I am my own assistant. So I try to make sure that I stay on top of my own emails that come in, going back and forth. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes the vibe just ain't right, and it is what it is. um Even with being unemployed and trying to make it into a particular space, to a particular level, right? I have turned down shit. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, just because I am without does not mean I'm desperate. And that's also where the professionalism walks through the door. Oh, what do old people say? All money ain't good money. All appearances aren't good appearances. All ain't all, basically, at the end of the day. What I want people to take away from this particular episode about professionalism is, show up how you want others to show up. Show up and show up in a way that you expect to be treated at all levels. If you think that you want to be whatever, research those people, see how they're showing up, and show up that way at your beginner level, at your entry level, at your intermediate level, expert level, right? Show up in a way that respects the other person and how you want to be respected. I think that's the easiest way that I could say that. I need y'all to remember that we're working most often across the board. And word of mouth really matters when you are not professional or responsive. Hmm? Um, the key takeaway is to answer my emails, get back to me in a timely manner, okay? And be professional when I reach out to you. Thank you.